Hello everyone, my name is Tina and I'm welcoming you to Cardmaking Fundamentals. This is the Christmas Joy Classroom and today we're going to create lesson number 1 that is part of a 4-class series for the month of November. I'm so happy you can join us. First we're going to go over the items that you're going to need to create our project today. And I do want to mention that if you are a return class member, last month in our kits we had the envelopes that we created, and then there's 4 envelopes in here with 4 pattern papers, so I created 1 envelope after each project. I'm not going to do that this time because I kept forgetting. So I'm going to make it easy, and then we're going to just finish off the envelopes at the lesson number 4. So I didn't forget. If you think I forgot about the cards, I just want to let you know I didn't forget. We're going to do that at the very last lesson, okay? Now, for our project today, we are definitely going to need a few items. For the inks that we're going to use, I'm using Memento Tuxedo Black ink. Any kind of black ink that you have will work, whether any kind of, literally any kind, because it's just going to be to do minimal stamping with that. We're not going to be doing any coloring with the ink. We're also going to need a green ink. There's some in the stamp set. Let me show you. In the stamp set there is some holly, so you're going to need a green ink to stamp the holly. And then we're going to stamp to and from, and that's what we're going to use for the tuxedo black. It just dries really fast, so that's why I chose these 2. Okay, so those are your 2 inks that you're going to need. Mini ink cubes would work great because our stamping is going to be very small, so I'm going to bring in a small acrylic block here. You're going to need one of those. You're going to need scissors for not necessarily fussy cutting. I have scissors that I use for fussy cutting, and they are these ones, or my cutter bug. But we're just going to basically be using scissors to trim off excess, so it really doesn't matter the scissors that you use. Next, we are going to be needing some glue, of course. We're going to be using some of our gems, so you'll need a jewel picker-upper. You don't necessarily need this, but this is a really handy gadget to have. I have a craft pick just in case. I am going to have this on my desk just in case I need it. It's always handy. And basically this is all the supplies that we're going to need. Okay, your tape runner is included in the kit this month. I'm going to go ahead and take mine out of the package. And so I'll take that out. I'm going to go ahead and grab lesson kit number 1. And then from our other goodie bag, you're going to need the stickers. You're also going to need your sequins, of course, along with your little sequin tray. And your stamp set. And now part of the 3D sticker pack that was included this month, you need to open this up and grab the candy canes that are in here. We're going to make a candy cane card. So we're going to use this. And I already put foam adhesive behind it for you guys, so we're good to go for popping up. But I think this is all that we're going to need. So we are going to jump in and start off. We're going to set all this aside. And we are going to do, I always like to start with the stamping. Let's take everything out of our package here. Now keep this package, guys, because it's nice to store your card in. Your envelope won't fit in it, but your card will fit in it. And since I don't think anybody wants to send out Christmas cards just yet, it's nice to have a storage bag for it. Okay, we have some die cuts, a tag, and some pattern papers. What we're going to be using is this little piece here. I wanted to create a little tag for the candy cane. So we are going to stamp to and from on here. Maybe we should make a little tag first. To make the tag, it's going to be very easy. Let me zoom in a little bit. Okay. And I'm just going to snip a corner off, and snip another corner off, and snip another corner. This is why I made it long, guys. Basically, you just want to snip a couple corners off. What you could do is snip a corner, take that corner piece. It's going to be awful small though. Line it up on the edge over here like that, and then just cut the other side. But basically you just want this. We don't need to punch a hole in it because I don't think we're going to trim it too. How about that? So there's the tag. We're not going to put a hole in it because we're going to do a fake tuck. I think we want to do a little fake tucking in there. Okay, so we do want to stamp to and from. Now, I do want to let you guys know that the back of your stamps have a very thin piece of plastic. Sometimes if I have extra acetate, I'll put a piece of acetate behind here. But save that to protect your stamps, guys. It's thin like saran wrap. We are going to go ahead and stamp 2. We're going to grab our acrylic block. This is where our black ink will come in handy. It's kind of hard to see which way is up, but the swirly is on the top. So we're going to stamp 2 almost towards the middle. I don't know if you guys can see that. And then, if you guys don't have a stamp chamois, you can use a baby wipe. And that's what I'm going to use to clean my stamp off. And then we are going to use the from, and we're going to stamp from just below it. Very minimal stamping today. And then we're going to go ahead and take our holly leaf with the berries. We're going to put our black ink away, grab our cottage ivy, and we're going to ink this up. And I want to stamp this kind of towards the center. And I think that looks good. Okay. Let's go ahead and put this back. And I'll set this aside. And that's all the stamping we're going to do, so we can put our stamp set away. Now, I'm going to go ahead and add my little tag. There's 2 layers of the bow. I'm going to add my tag in between those layers. So we need a little bit of glue on the back side. You know what? I think maybe we should use our tape runner instead. Okay. Let's do a little tucking here. And I think that's going to work out great. So that's our little doctored up candy cane. Now we're going to set this aside and let's go ahead and start on our card. Actually, let's go ahead and take all of our embellishments out here. Okay. I have some white ribbon. We are going to go ahead and thread our tag. And we are going to thread it like this. And then we're going to take our ribbon and we're going to tie a bow with it. tie a bow, or a knot actually, just above it. And then kind of adjust the loops. And I think that's going to be perfect. Actually, I think we'll make the loops a little bigger this time because our tag's a little bit bigger. And then we'll trim the tails. Now, you're going to have extra twine. We're going to take that extra twine and we are going to go ahead and thread this through our gingerbread, so the ends end up being on the back side. We just want to fill in that loop there. And excuse the manicure. We just came back from a holiday and I haven't had time to do my nails. But I'm going to tie it in a knot. And then we can trim off the excess. Just gives our gingerbread a little bit more finished look. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and open up the top of my ribbon, and we're going to trim this down a little bit. And I like to go opposite ends, so we'll trim so it narrows down towards the left, and then this one we're going to go on the opposite, kind of like a V shape. Those are okay. We might have to trim the top off a little bit more. We'll see. So set that aside. Let's go ahead and add some swirlies to the bottom of our tag. I think glue is going to work best for this. So we're going to go ahead and add, I want to shake my glue. Sometimes it gets real watery. I don't know why. Get little dots. We just needed to do one side, and then we'll add this to the very bottom. We're going to go, there's a black, the first maybe a ½ inch. We're going to go up from that. And you know what, guys? Let's go ahead and center it, so it's kind of balanced when you do the loops. Use your loops as a guide. 4 loops will fit on there perfectly. So you want to kind of center it. Now I kind of like the overhanging, so we are going to overhang this side too. And I just think these go perfect with gingerbread. So that's why I included it. We're not going to use this. You can use this for something else. But I am going to take my gingerbread here and put a glue dot behind it. That's where a craft pick will come in handy. Kind of curl it up a little bit. Add your gingerbread. And then we have a little blob on the back side. We can add that to the center of the bow on our candy canes. How cute is that? I just think that's so cute. Okay, I love gingerbread. I am a gingerbread. Favorite Christmas item is, some people love stockings or snowmen, and mine are gingerbread. I love them. Okay, let's go ahead and put our pattern papers on our card base. You want to open it up here. Make sure it opens. Sometimes I'll create a card and not knowing, but I'm in a real good habit of opening it first before I adhere my pattern paper. Let's add our truck piece. Use our tape runner. And we'll add this. This tape is sticky. And then once it's down, I think it's very hard to remove, guys. So kind of make sure your placement is accurate before you commit, because you probably won't be able to get it up. Okay, next we have our plaid. This is kind of a different color palette this year, but I kind of like it, the plaids. Lots of plaids. Let's add this to the center. Lovely. And then we have this strip that we're going to add to the left. Maybe. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to add this strip to the left, but we're going to fishtail the end. Take that off. And then we're going to add adhesive behind it. And we'll add this. I like to go just below the plaid paper, but not all the way down to the truck paper. Just making sure it's straight. The excess overhanging we'll go ahead and trim off. Okay. Now with this piece, where's our stickers at? We're going to go ahead and take our stickers, and for this card I like Santa's on his way. I think it goes really, it coordinates perfectly with your tag. So take the white piece of cardstock and we are going to center this. Actually put it, yeah, center this. Well, no. Here, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it on one corner, guys, like this. It's off center, but then this way you could take your scissors and trim it down. You just want a little bit of a white border. And since this is a sticker, we can kind of mat it on the white cardstock, and this way we can pop it up. That's why we have these. We're going to pop this up. So we'll go ahead and add our foam squares behind here. Let's go ahead, and I think I want to add this at an angle like this. Let's flip this around, add some adhesive behind it, and add this at an angle from just so, I guess it's committed. Now you can trim these a little bit more if you want, but I don't mind them overhanging. I think our envelopes are big enough to where we can handle it. We can trim it just a little bit maybe. And you know, these are my haberdashery scissors, and they're kind of dull. It kind of makes me think the kids have been using them. Haven't actually used them in a long time. Okay, I had actually went on a little vacation, and I packed my little craft bag, my little craft bag that I showed you guys, and I had my cutter bee scissors in there, and we were going through customs. We actually went on a cruise to Mexico, and they confiscated my cutter bags. They said I wouldn't be able to get them back, so that's why I'm using these. So that's just a little FYI. We went on a little holiday. It was well overdue, but it was just a short holiday, but it was very nice. I actually very enjoyed it. At the end, maybe I'll show you guys some pictures if I remember. But I'm going to go ahead and add my Santa's on his way. And we're going to place this. This is going this way. We're going to place this the opposite way. Kind of slanted. Okay, bearing with me so far? These are all the stickers that we're going to be using. So I'm going to go ahead and put these back in here. And we are going to go ahead and add our... Now this is very bulky, guys. Very, very bulky. And it keeps wanting to pop up, but that's okay. If you wanted to skip the bulk, you could actually take the foam out of the bow. 1, 2, you could take the foam off the back. But I don't mind bulky. I think it's... Ooh. And I'm going to go ahead and remove the release paper off of our candy canes. And then this is going to go on our, it's going to go at the same angle that our tag is. Lots of layers here. Right in the center. So your gingerbread man should line up with this little guy. And he keeps wanting to turn. But that's okay. Maybe we should have glued it. But let's go ahead and grab some pretties. Let's grab some embellishments. I'm going to go ahead and use my craft pick. I like to pop the prongs up first in the back and then pull this open so your prongs are still on here, and you could just toss this. And then these are in the Ziploc baggie, so we can pour. And I purposely put them in the Ziploc baggie this time because this way it's good for storage, and this way it's easy to pour back in. So let's go ahead and pour some back out. And we're going to just add a few sequins here and there. What I like to do, guys, is, where's my craft tool here? There's some ginormous ones in here. I like to kind of play around with the placements. The big ones I like to tuck. So let's tuck a couple here. We'll put one there, add a little sparkle. And then we'll add one here and a smaller one here. So 3 on top, and boy, it looks like a lot's going on here, huh? But in real life, I think it's really pretty. Let's go ahead, pick this up. Do a little tucking. And we'll put our sequins back, zip that up, put those away, and then that is our finished card today, guys. Let me know if you like the busy cards like this. I like collage cards, so I think it's super cute. I think this is like a little gift in one. But if it is too busy, let me see. I may, sometimes when cards are busy like this, no, I won't. Okay, I was going to say I could put a circle behind it, but everything is tacked down pretty well, and I think it looks cute. I want you guys to let me know what you think. So that's card number 1. I hope you enjoyed my project. I wish you a fabulous day, guys. And join me next Friday for lesson number 2. And we will see you soon. Bye-bye.